Hi, this is Kyle, and today I'm going to be reviewing the G-Code operator belt. A lot of people are familiar with the Ronin Tactics belt, and I liked what that belt offered, but I didn't want to quite pay the money that it cost. So I said, there's got to be another option. I didn't want to buy a belt that cost $150 to $200. I wasn't quite there yet. So I said, somebody's got to make it cheaper because there's not that much material involved. There's no reason it should cost quite that much for a belt. And I have a lot of different fancy belts. So I found this, and there are no reviews of this belt anywhere. It's weird. I don't know why, because everybody's super hyped about the Ronin Tactics, I guess, and this doesn't enter people's minds, or they don't want to talk about it. This belt comes with an inner liner and the outer belt, which makes it easy to take on and off. It's a little bit thinner than a traditional, than the Ronin belt. The Ronin has two molle loops. This has just the singular long loop that you do the pass-through for. And what's nice about the pass-throughs, if you notice here, it doesn't interfere with the Velcro, so you're not gonna have a problem there where if you put a bunch of shit on, it's gonna ruin the effectiveness of how well the belt sticks to you. You also have a lot of options with this belt. You can choose it in there's like 2 or 3 core colors, and then you can choose different camo patterns and stuff like that. It's very kind of a la carte, it's weird. And also you can choose, they all come with a Cobra buckle, but then the D-ring is optional. I went with the D-ring because sometimes I do rappelling stuff, and I wouldn't be afraid to use this for rappelling. It's a very strong belt. The Cobra buckles are well known as great buckles for holding weight load and stuff like that, so it would work fine for an emergency situation to use it as a rappelling thing. Obviously, if you're going to do real climbing stuff, get real climbing gear. Overall, this belt, it doesn't have quite the rigidity, I would say, of a Ronin Tactics belt, but I think that's mostly just due to the sheer height of the belt. The material is the same, it's just really thick double stitch stuff here with the Velcro lining on the inside. It's definitely nowhere near the stiffness of a race gun belt, if you're familiar with that. But it's stiffer than like your traditional, like just your 511 heavy duty belt. It's stiffer than that. Overall, what I ran into when I ran this belt is it has one issue that the Ronin Tactics does not. And that is if you have certain kind of pouches, what's going to happen is, especially these magazine pouches, if you have them riding high, they're going to want to flop. Versus the extra loop on the Ronin Tactics really prevents that from happening and gives you the option to run it higher or lower. So you have to be mindful of the pouches that you put on. By comparison, see this nylon, I run it all the way down, and that works in because I don't have to worry about it rolling up or down. It's just going to stay there. And I had a different Kydex pouch. I had a Gen 1 Fast Mag pouch, and that just has a nylon webbing strap. I don't know if that's the correct term, but it doesn't have like a malice plastic clip. It's a fabric, and that would roll itself out all the time, and that made it harder to grab the mags. So you have to be careful of what mag pouches you have, or be ready to swap those out if you want to go this route. The trade-off is it's a lower profile belt, so you don't have as much stuff going on there. Fits everything great, fits my needs pretty well. It holds a lot of weight without any issues. Again, I haven't tried rappelling with this belt yet, so I can't vouch for its ability to do that, but what I have done to it, I would say I would certainly have no issues doing it. Overall, if you don't want to spend the money for a Ronin Tactics belt, but you want that inner-outer belt system so it's easy to take on and off, but you don't want to spend the money, this is a great alternative. It works. It's you just have to be aware of the pouch limitation. But as long as you can do that, it's great. And if you want, they even have packages where they combine all the pouches for you, and you just select it, and they send you everything, because they use a lot of Scorpion gear stuff is how they do it. I have a lot of tactical gear from years of playing Airsoft, so for me that was a non-issue. But if you want a complete belt setup, just totally ready to go with everything, you can do that and order that as a single order from them, which I think is kind of nice. Overall though, I like it. I think it's a solid buy, and I'm going to continue running it. If you have any questions, post up, ask them, like the video, all that fun stuff. Till next time, guys.